Hey, good afternoon. It's Bob, Trade Genius. It's the 1st of May. And the first thing I want to say is thank you for everybody who participated with us in the spring specials and joined our different groups. And for those who bought the crypto package and was going to participate in the Crypto Express, make sure we have your email. We just set it up already today, and we're doing our final test between us on the next signals, and we'll also excuse me, we'll also put out an updated sheet of the signals that we're going to follow and the time frame. And so pretty exciting. So we're pretty stoked. The beta test went really well, and so you're going to enjoy being able to get these signals straight to your email, and then to mobile notification will go right to your phone. So that admin taken care of. The thing I want to point out was for SPY today. It was a very interesting day. Day before Fed meeting. The push down, I didn't really quite, I understood yesterday because it was a news event, and then Tuesday's usually turnaround Tuesday, and before Fed day, you know, thought maybe a little cleanup one way or the other, and I thought actually it would probably bounce towards VWAP first, but it didn't, and it pushed down. This is the hourly, okay, and you know, it broke it broke through the VWAP to the downside, and so that puts you in a defensive position. Money flow was rolling down, and then during the day today, we saw this hammer coming in. We sensed a squeeze. I'll show you another chart in a second, and then the thing raced right back up again, and ended up was down 25 ES points, ended up 9 ES points. So a lot of positioning, but it's still in defensive mode. It's below VWAP. So for me, tomorrow after the Fed meeting, it's going to have to push up through here for me to get excited long. I day traded today. And I'll show you why here. So this is the 5-minute chart on ES, and so this is our bands I always talk about. These are volatility channel bands, and this is the bottom half of the band. That's why I said, to me, we're still in defensive position. But when we opened up this morning, and we opened up near the highs, and then it rolled down. And then we got pushed back to VWAP, and it stayed under VWAP, and at 6 o'clock it started selling. And just something for your, that's 6 o'clock Pacific time, and just for your own personal you know, files for trading, is that that's usually, if it starts falling at 6 a.m. or starts rising at 6 a.m., then it tells you you're probably going to trend it for a while. And that's exactly what happened. Every time it got up to VWAP, it fell off. It got up to VWAP, it fell off, and come down to this minus SD2 line, which is a standard deviation of the VWAP for the day. Okay, this is kind of always home base. And then it hit the bottom of the support channel. And a lot of people were thinking, okay, this is it, we're going to crash from here. And I was just waving the flag saying, hey, no, we're going to get squeezed here, you're going to get squeezed here. And my view was, hey, at least get up to VWAP. So I took the trade from here to VWAP. And then I had calls that I closed from earlier in the day. And then it just ran. And then it came back to the middle line here. It came back to it, hammered again, and went to the top. So all it did was a big clearing event ahead of time for the pre-Fed market game. So the key here now is, you know, for this, it's going to need to be over 26.6834 to interest me. And then on the SPY side, it's going to need to break above 266.50 area here, get above the P point of control line here, POC, and then see if it's going to push higher. If not, you know, they kind of shot their load here, and we'll see if it rolls back down. From a macro standpoint, I'm still playing the 60-60 diagonal on puts, but I will day trade long, and my goal obviously is just to simply make money, and today was a good day for that. The other thing I want to show you is, in conjunction with that, is so the dollar is starting to strengthen. Oil's been way overbought, and we finally got a little bit of a break now in oil. And my view is simply this. Okay, so we're in let me push this out here a little bit. Okay, so we're in a mode here where I think this whole move from April, the same with SPY, I think we have a nice rounded top here, and I think we're going to roll it right around. And so I have 14 strike puts for the May 18th expiration date. I sold the 1350s for this Friday, and then I'll make a decision once that comes to fruition or expired, if I'm going to do anything again, or if I'm just going to wait and watch or do the 13s, which I probably won't. There won't be enough premium in it, but I think it's going to keep rolling over. This is one of the most crowded trades long you can think of, and it's just crazy. And on the other hand, if you want to start taking a position in silver, is that we're now getting way overdone on the short side here. And in fact, if it hits 1498, 15 area, or if it climbs back here above 1530, I think it's a good place to add or take a position in silver, because it's been in a really tight range, and I think it's an opportunity for you to keep stacking it. So I didn't take any new positions in any stocks ahead of the Fed meeting. I just stayed macro. We did take this trade, and we took the we took our profit off at 925 from an 891 entry. It's an experiment for me on the on this new signal I'm working on for ETF, so I can provide some more quick 3 to 5% kind of trades for people. And that one worked out pretty well. It's a little jerky trade, but it was nice. It was in a sector that I want to be in, which was healthcare. And so I took a look at it, and I'm going to point out more of these as I can. One that's coming up that I did get stopped out of, but I went back in again because I think they're going to do okay. I think this is earnings are coming up on FireEye, and it broke down ahead of time, and now it's coming back up. And I think FireEye is going to push higher, so I'm taking a chance on it through earnings, and we'll see what happens with this. But at least it recovered some. I went back in at 1805. My stop was 18, and I'm up, but I'm underwater on it because I bought in earlier at a higher price. I think 1860 something. I have to look at my sheet here. So anyway, I want to point out to you guys, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. I'm still in my miners, but I doubt they're going to raise rates tomorrow, and that should support the miners. And they got to be getting worried too, because deflation is creeping in, the dollar getting stronger on them, and all these other currencies around the world getting weaker. So I think they're going to be ending here, and then TNX here is it pushing back down from 3%. The market can't, the economy cannot sustain higher than 3% unless you want to start seeing a bunch of defaults. And so they're going to keep massaging this, but my expectation is TNX, the 10-year will fall again, and they're not going to let this economy roll over without intervening. So anyway, Bob from Trade Genius here. Once again, thank you for everybody who's new. Make sure we have your emails, and we'll be setting you up. And it's all you need to do for the Trade Genius Express. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.